Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, or technically my Friday since I don't go back to work till Monday. So I'm excited about that, and my hands smell like peaches. I love the smell of peaches. Somebody at work gave me one, so I love the smell of them. I'm in my wife's car again today because she didn't want to take the car seats out of her car, my car, and put it back into her car, so I got stuck driving hers today, which is fine. And then I'll be driving mine this weekend to go to RTX 2013. And they're supposed to, Iron Gaming, the company that I contributed the money to get my ticket and to help them out, they're having a party, I think, Friday, but I don't think I'm going to go. It's from 8 to midnight, and I'm not much of a party person. I mean, I like to go to parties. I'm not much of a drinker. So to me, it's not really a party unless you're drinking and having fun. And hanging out with a bunch of drunk people isn't what I can necessarily consider fun. But if I got invited to it free of charge, it might be something I would go to just to hang out and learn more about what they do and about what some of the other companies that are going to be there do. So I'm getting excited. I thought I was going to go tomorrow and get pick up my badge and get everything. I may wait and go do it Friday morning. The only thing I worry about is I get there Friday and there's like a 3-hour wait to get it. But they're only going to be up there for 5 hours tomorrow from 1 to 6. I think that's when we're supposed to go to our friend's house. So I may just get up early Friday, go downtown and find a place to park. It's the other thing, I gotta figure out a place to park and I gotta take cash to pay for it. I know one time during South by Southwest we got lucky, and it was a time I met the guys from Break.com, and I ended up parking, I want to say on 4th somewhere, and it was a free spot, no meter, it wasn't a parking garage. And it's the luckiest I've ever gotten downtown when it comes to parking. Normally you get screwed. You gotta spend a bunch of money, so hopefully it's not too bad. It's coming up weekend. Hopefully it's not more than about $10 a day, even though that's a little ridiculous. And I thought I was planning on going with my friend and his 2 sons on Saturday, but I don't know how long I'm going to stay versus how long they're going to stay, so I'm probably going to take my own car and probably see them there. It depends on, my thing is that I'm not as worried about what's out on the floor, you know, as far as booths and everything are concerned, the first 2 days, because the first 2 days, most of the sessions that I want to be in are on those 2 days, so I'm not going to really worry about those. If I have to stand in line for a really long time for these, to get into these sessions, that's fine. And then I can always go back Sunday morning and go hang out down on the floor and go check out all the booths. But I do have time in between some sessions that I have timed out where I have time to go out there and look at stuff. So Friday when I go in, my first place I'm going to head to, because I don't think the first session that I have scheduled for that day is not until like 2:30. So I might be able to just hit the floor Friday, but I may go back and hit it Sunday too. I know when I used to work in retail, we used to go to these retail conventions. I don't even know if they still have them. I don't guess they do, because there's not as many brick and mortar retailers as there used to be. We used to go to these conventions, and if you went on the last day, most of those people didn't want to take back everything they brought, so they gave away a bunch of stuff. You got extra t-shirts. Some of them would come with a bunch of new video cards, and then they didn't want to take them back because there was no reason not to pay to ship them back. They weren't going to sell them once they got back. They were really just worthless at that point to them, so they just gave them away. And I think even the floral convention, my wife used to be a florist, we got a ton of stuff from that. We got a really nice easel and a HGTV that I'd never heard of. And it was gorgeous. It was a beautiful flower arrangement. So we ended up getting that, and I think we ended up maybe got a couple more flower arrangements. I don't remember what. We got a ton of stuff when we were there. So I'm hoping this is kind of the same situation. Sunday I go mingle on the floor and meet up with some people and get some swag. Ugh. I can't say that word. It's just ridiculous. So, looking forward to it. I don't know how much I'll film. I'll try to film as much as I possibly can. The sessions probably not so much, because I want to listen to these as much as possible and really like absorb what they're talking about. But I'll try to film some stuff, and hopefully I can meet up with some YouTubers and do some filming with them while I'm there. Maybe not the famous ladies that are coming, but some of the other people that don't maybe have as many people on their channel, especially if I can find some Minecrafters. And speaking of Minecraft, I know I talk about it a lot, but it's really what's gonna hopefully drive my gaming channel, not this other game that I plan on playing. But we found out that Minecon is gonna be in Orlando, I think it's November 2nd and 3rd. And so we're waiting on tickets now to see when those are gonna get released. That's gonna be the problem, is scoring tickets. If you're lucky enough to get tickets, it's gonna be amazing, but I can tell you, I doubt they're going to have 100,000 tickets. They're probably going to have closer to 20 or 30,000, if that. Depends on how big of a place that they end up getting in Orlando to hold this. But it's going to be huge this year. And so I think it'll be the start of that trend of this thing getting so huge that they may have to have more than one. They may have to have a European one and an American one every year to keep up with the demand, because normally they've been switching back and forth. But I can tell you there's not going to be very many people flying over unless they're YouTubers or they've got a lot of money to fly over to Europe to go to Minecon. There's no chance in hell I'm doing that. I'm going to spend the money to go do that, but I will go to Orlando. And so my friend, I talked to his wife, or I actually posted on Facebook that because she was telling me they found out when it was. There was some video her kids watched, and I was like, oh, well, I hadn't heard anything. I didn't think they announced it yet. There's a bunch of fake videos running around out there, so I'll check it out. Well, it was the actual video from Mojang, so I told her, I said, yeah, it looks legit. I said, well, I'll have to go to Orlando, I guess. And so she said if they get tickets, they're going. So what I'm going to try to do is talk the wife into going, so my wife and I don't want to say my friend's wife, because she's my friend too. The two wives can hang out with each other in Orlando and go do some other stuff, maybe go Universal or something like that. But I definitely want to go to it. So hopefully by then my channel will be a little bit bigger, and I'll go just see some of the other YouTubers and try to get some gameplay going with them, because that's really the biggest thing right now when it comes to gaming channels. So pass up the slowpoke, man. I'm ready to get home. Tired of being in Austin today. I'm ready to go home. Not have to come back till, I'm about to say Monday, not have to come back till Friday. I think it was yesterday's vlog that I said that my niece and nephew are coming. They are definitely coming. The tickets are already bought, so they'll be down. And now I'm trying to get it set up where we can go to the coast. It's so freaking expensive to go to the Texas coast, though. It still just boggles my mind. I just did a comparison today on what it costs to go to Florida. Like if we lived in Florida and we wanted to go to the beach, which would be kind of dumb to stay at the beach, because it's not that far of a drive from anywhere unless you're closer to the northern, northwest side. And then the Panhandle's not that far away. But anyway, you're in Florida and you want to stay in a beach house, it's about the same price, which is completely ridiculous because the beaches in Texas aren't that great. The water's horrible. They say how nice some of the places are. I've been up and down that coast and I've never been in nice water in the Gulf. It's always crap. Big shipping channel. Country of Mexico dumps trash in the Gulf. We all know that, and I'm sure there's been plenty of Texas companies that have done it too in the past. So it's not nice enough to have to spend $2,500 a week to stay in a 2 or 3 bedroom beach house on a beach where there's no real waves and the sand's crappy and there's tons, especially in Galveston, there's tons of seaweed. But I did read a thing today saying that they're going to use that seaweed and they're going to bind it together and make these like hills out of them, and then, well, I guess either dump sand on them or let the sand naturally go on them and put the sand dunes back in to the beaches. I know in Crystal Beach they had them, but you know, hurricane doesn't care. It just washed all that out. But I think that's a good idea because there's so much of that crappy seaweed, and they might as well use what they've got. Plus, like the article said, I'm trying to remember where I saw that at. It may be in the Statesman today. Actually, it might have been on CNN. I was looking at it during lunch. And so it'll bring back the natural vegetation. The only thing people are concerned with is the smell. And I'm like, well, if you're protected, and that's what this article said, if you're protected somewhat from Galveston flooding again, who cares about the smell ultimately? So, but that's the thing. You know, you charge all this money to go down there, and it's basically Galveston's turned into a tourist trap anyway. You have Schlitterbahn, you have Moody Gardens, which I love Moody Gardens. You have the Pleasure Pier, and you have other stuff there to do, but it's all touristy, and it used to not be that way. Used to, you went down there, and pretty much all you had was Moody Gardens, and it wasn't that big. And because I can remember going before Schlitterbahn, and before they put a Rainforest Cafe and all that, used to, the way Galveston was set up is that it was only local restaurants. Now, if a chain wanted to come in that was non-seafood, that was fine, but they wanted to keep most of the steakhouses and seafood restaurants local because they wanted to use stuff that was caught out in the Gulf, which is kind of nasty, but there's areas where you can go in the Gulf where the pollution isn't a concern as much, but I think you got to go pretty far out. So, but they didn't want like Joe's Crab Shack and some of these others to come into town. And what's funny is that the people that own all that own Kemah, they own the Pleasure Pier in Galveston, they own a lot of property. So it's kind of hard to keep those people out these days, but they've done a decent job. You know, I can remember we'd drive down there, go hang out on the beach and eat at Casey's, and you know, go to a bar or something and drink. I think there used to be a place. There was a place on a pier, and somebody said there used to be a gambling hall. That's gone now because I think the last hurricane took it out. And you know, just hang out on the beach and hang out with people and whatever, you know, and meet girls and just generally hang out. And you might go to Moody Gardens, but there wasn't Schlitterbahn, there wasn't any of the rest of it. It was a beach town. Crap, I'm gonna run this light. Don't tell nobody. Oh, I made it. Alright. I didn't want to stop again, man. I hate the sudden stops. So, I don't know, it's just kind of depressing that we used to be able to go down there and stay for a week for like $300 or $400, and now it's thousands of dollars. And, you know, I understand having to rebuild new places and having to pay for them, but you know, you're kind of alienating people, the working class that went down there and spent money in Galveston. You're completely alienating them. I do have to say though, I found a place. If we went down in August, right before they go back home, the niece and nephew go back home, and I'm thinking it ended up being like $580 for, let's say 5 days. It's actually, I think, only 4 nights though. So I think the last day, no, I check out the next day is what it is. So it's not bad. I don't know what my wife wants to do yet. We'll find out this weekend. So anyway, I'm making great time. Woohoo! It's not even 6:30 yet. So that's basically what's going on. I will have a vlog tomorrow. I don't know what time it'll be uploaded. It might be early Friday morning. I might do it before I leave. It depends. If there's no real, I don't think anybody's having fireworks out where we live until Saturday. So it might just be a normal vlog. It might be a pull one because we are going over to our friends tomorrow. So there may be an underwater vlog. Most of those are pretty quick. So we'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, hopefully everybody had a good Wednesday. And you have a good Wednesday night. And be careful tomorrow. I'll probably say it again tomorrow, but be careful, especially over holiday weekends. No drinking and driving. If you want to be a moron and go ahead and kill yourself, just drink up and stay home. And don't get out and try to harm somebody else because you're a moron and you can't think logically. Sorry, it really pisses me off when people are drunk driving. Anyway, and I think it's no refusal in Austin, so you're going to be really screwed to get caught. And no blowing any limbs off. Stay safe with the fireworks. Lord knows I've had a couple of close calls, and I've gotten burned once pretty good. So I'm definitely Mr. Safety First when it comes to fireworks. And I will see